Hello, so in today's video I'll be talking about Oriel and everything you need to know to secure a place for your foundation training if you finish your OSPA program or when you finish your pharmacy degree in the university. My name is Benita. I am a pharmacist practicing in the UK. Welcome to my channel, and I hope you subscribe, like and share to anybody that is interested in this type of content. So I've already made a video on how you need to apply to the GPHC if you're a pharmacist practicing in your own country or any other place outside the UK. So how to get in your documents and get and apply to practice as a pharmacist in the UK. So this is like a continuation. You can do well to watch the video if you want to know where this discussion started from. So today is just about Oriel and how you can get that done, because people don't really understand that Oriel is something you do even before you get the OSPA program, even before you start doing the OSPA program. And they don't care if you've already been accepted into any university or if you are done with your registration with the GPHC. You don't need any of those, because once the portal opens for registration for Oriel, you need to apply as soon as possible if you are interested and wants to start your foundation training immediately after your degree or after your OSPA course. So most times I think they open this portal around June 10th, if I remember. That was when they opened for me, and most times it's around that time of the year that they open the portal. So you just go in there, register your interest. I think they need few documents, maybe your degree certificate or your passport, something like that, but it's not anything to do with your GPHC registration. So in case you're saying, oh, I've not finished my registration, I've not gotten any university, it doesn't need all those details. So you just apply to do the Oriel. When the application closes, they don't open it for any reason. So even if you don't have all the documents they are requesting for, you can still apply. But one thing that you need to know is that you have to keep communicating with them to let them know your situation. If, for instance, maybe your passport or any document they are asking for is not ready, let them know, and let them know the time and what is delaying it, the time that you get it ready and what is delaying it. So as long as you keep communicating with them, they can always have something to make reference to and know that your situation is different from the others and can give you some kind of relief, or so that you don't lose out entirely. Because people make that mistake of saying, oh, because I don't have this, then I don't have that, then let me not apply when I get it sorted. You don't have to wait until you get it sorted. So after the application, there's what I call referencing. The referencing stage starts, and this is the time for you to select where you want to do your pre-reg. So we used to call it pre-reg before, so I'll be saying pre-reg, but now it's called foundation training program. So if I call it pre-reg, you still understand what I'm saying. So during the referencing, you choose where you want to do your foundation training. It's either community pharmacy, hospital pharmacy, or mixture of hospital, community, or community and GP. So it depends on what you like, your preference, and also the bigger challenge is where to stay. So for people coming into the UK, it's a bit difficult compared to those staying in the UK. So if you're already in the UK, you already have family or where you want to do it. So the problem of where to choose to do your foundation training will not usually be a problem, because you already have somewhere in mind. But if you're coming from outside the UK, you'll be entirely confused. Like mine, it took me about 2 weeks to even know where to stay in the UK. You have to make research depending on your particular situation, quality of life, where you can get job, you consider rent, work-life balance, you consider a whole lot of things to know where you want to choose as where you do your pre-reg at the end of the OSPA course. So people most times want to do it in London, those that are around London. or have families in London, because most times when you finish with your training, it's usually hard to leave that area. So that's why it's very important. It's a very crucial step in this journey to becoming a pharmacist in the UK, because if you finish your training in London, for instance, it will be hard for you to like go to the northeast, you know, to settle there, because settling for 1 year in a particular area, I mean, it's hard to just, you know, pack all your bag and go somewhere else, keep changing address and changing environment. It's not easy, especially if you have family, children and all that. So knowing where you are going to at that Oriel stage is very, very important. If you don't have any place in mind, and I mean you've never been to the UK, you don't really care about the area, then that's fine. You can just maybe northeast or Midlands, anywhere that, you know, standard of living is not as high as that of London should be fine, since you don't have any attachments anywhere. Also, you can consider asking friends, if you have friends that are also doing the course, where they want to live, so that you guys can stay together. Because one thing you need in UK is support, either family, friends. You need support. I mean, as much as possible, you need support. You can't do it alone, either as a student or just maybe working. You need somebody that, I mean, you need that support around you. So bear that in mind as you're applying for us Oriel and where to train, especially if you've not been to the UK before. So after that, I think they keep opening, they keep opening and closing the referencing stage. So it's a very long stage. They allow you to like do it as much as you want until they finally close it. So Oriel itself is an exam, actually, two categories. One is calculation and the other one is SJT. SJT is situational judgment test. So this test, it's not testing your clinical knowledge. It's not about what you know in pharmacy. They are just testing your judgment, what you will do in some certain situations. So for example, somebody has come into the pharmacy and start abusing the counter assistant. You as a pharmacist, how will you react? So they just rank different reactions and you rank them according to the most important to the least important. So something like that. It's not really testing your clinical knowledge, but should I just say your common sense? Something like that. That's what it's testing. And most times people find it difficult because how you think is not how another person thinks. And at times to even get your hand on materials to like help you prepare is a bit challenging. I think that was my challenge then, because I didn't see any material to prepare. In Nigeria, we didn't have anything like SJT, so it was entirely new to me. I just had to like read things I saw then, 1 or 2 textbooks I found on Amazon. I used them and they really helped me. The calculation is also good because if you've been preparing for oral calculation, you will also do well in calculation during your OSPAP. So it was a calculation I did during Oriel that even helped me understand the calculations that were taught in school during the OSPAP program. So if you have time on your side, it's good for you to sit down now and start preparing for the calculation. It will help you a whole lot. Apart from the Oriel, it will help you during the program itself. So if you do well, if you get to the pass mark, I can't remember what the pass mark is at this point, but you need to get a particular pass mark. If you didn't get it, that means you're going to be trying next year. But if you got it, then you can then go to, you know, your preferred location for your foundation training. During my time as well, if you didn't get the Oriel, it's not a problem. You can directly apply to individual pharmacies, hospitals or GPs to do your program. But now they are not doing that anymore. You have to go through Oriel in order to secure a placement for your foundation training. So it's a lot harder now, meaning that if you're not good with the SJT or even calculation, it will be a bit tougher. So you kind of need to sit up at the moment if you are planning to embark on that journey. So that's it for the Oriel course. So Oriel, I can say It's not hard, but the only thing that people miss out is, you know, the application deadline, because you have to do it 1 year before you even start your program. So let's assume your program is starting around September 2025. You should be getting ready to apply for Oriel by June 2025. If you miss that application deadline, you won't be able to apply in 2025 or even do your foundation training in 2026 when you finish your OSPAP or pharmacy degree. You have to wait for the following year, which will be 2027. So it's very vital that you know this information and get yourself ready for it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share and subscribe. There is no reason why you won't subscribe to my channel. You know that.